Here is your weekly zodiacal weather report. So, the chart that you are looking at right now is currently based on my location. So the houses may look different to your own house placement when you're looking at your transit chart. But the planets and the signs that these planets are in are all the same for all of us. So it's just showing up in different places in our lives, depending on where you live. Reading the energy of the sky right now. Boom, illumination. So we're looking at the chart right now. We're seeing the sun is in Aries. The sun is at 18 degrees in Aries. It's bringing focus to identity. It's bringing action. It's bringing self-initiation. This energy is leading this week. It's direct, it's bold, and it's forward moving. Next planet. The next planet we're going to look at is the moon. The moon is currently sitting here in Capricorn. It just moved into Capricorn, and we're in a waning gibbous phase, right? So the waning gibbous phase is all about what comes after the full moon, right? It's a time of reflection, integration, and understanding what everything meant. This is when wisdom is downloaded. With this being in Capricorn, this is where from the full moon, whatever was revealed to us, the full moon was just in Libra, and we had Sagittarius to sit through with it. And now we're coming into Capricorn in this waning gibbous energy. So it's all about the emotions that we're processing now in a practical matter. There's a focus on responsibility here and wanting to do something with what you feel. That is what the moon in Capricorn is showing us. So emotionally right now, it's not just about feeling, it's about applying. So whatever you release during the full moon in Libra, now is the time to understand the wisdom and apply that into your life, right? Reflect on it. This is the phase that we're in. Mercury here is sitting in Pisces. Pisces is all about the dream. It's about the illusion. It's about the fantasy. It's about your emotions and letting go and being unconditional, right? So it's thinking in initiative, right? Taking the initiative in the way you think, being non-linear. It's not always going in one direction. It might be flowing through the currents, right? Feeling based energy in the thoughts, in the mind space right now. That's what we're experiencing now with this Mercury in Pisces. It's at 21 degrees too. So whenever I think of 21 degrees, that's a creation focused degree. 21 degrees is a Libra energy, right? There's an energy of Libra in there, finding balance and harmony in the way that you communicate, but knowing that you don't necessarily need to be thinking in patterns that are linear, right? They might be flowing in all different directions. Your mind might be going in a lot of different directions in Pisces energy, right? But trusting your intuition here, trusting your feelings, and finding that balance in Libra energy on what is aligned to you is what Mercury is showing us right now in the sky. So it's about listening beyond the words, picking up on what's not being said. This is the undertones, the undercurrents. Allow your intuition and your inner feelings to guide you right now with Mercury. Venus. Hi, Venus. She is in Taurus currently. I don't know why I said she. I'm not going to give it any type of gender identity, but Venus is in Taurus. So Venus in Taurus is all about being in a grounded love, in a stable, comfort, focused, sensual connection, right? There's a pull towards what feels safe, what feels steady, and what feels real. And that is what we're experiencing right now with Venus in Taurus. I'm pointing here right now on this chart. You see Venus is in the 12th house where I am, but depending on your own chart and where you're located, that placement could change. Mars energy. So Mars is also in Pisces. There's a few signs still in Pisces, finishing up before they move into Aries. So Mars in Pisces is at 29 degrees. So it's at an anaretic degree. It's the completion energy, right? So Mars in Pisces energy is all about action that is softer, action that is more intentional and less direct. This is moving through intention, not force. And at 29 degrees, you're learning whatever Mars was going on the journey through Pisces, it's coming to a culmination. So see where that Mars is falling in your chart. transiting to see what that Mars is showing you that it's wrapping up on its journey in Pisces, on where it was softening you up a little bit, being more internal with your actions and less direct, and learning how to go about things not necessarily in a straight line, but coming at it from different angles. Remember, intuition, not force, when Mars is in Pisces. What lesson is it trying to wrap up for you? And next we have Jupiter. So Jupiter here is in Cancer. Jupiter is all about expansion through emotional depth when it's in Cancer. It's growth through nurturing and connection. So there's an opportunity to being open emotionally. I really think everyone should pay attention to what Jupiter is doing right now, because it is showing you where it is looking to expand and grow you through healing, right? There's some healing that is coming into your life that is looking to break free and allow you to grow and evolve into whatever version it is. So as it's continuing its journey in Cancer, it is now direct. So we are moving forward in Cancer energy. We are at 16 degrees now. It's an opportunity to be open emotionally and really align with healing whatever it is and nurturing whatever expansion you're going to have. Remember, Jupiter is not just here to tell you where you're going to find luck and where you're going to find a good time. It's also going to amplify any negative or problematic energies that you have for yourself. So remember, interact with Jupiter wisely, because Jupiter is going to expand whatever it is that you believe. All right, Saturn. Saturn is in Aries. So Saturn is all about, in Aries, is all about structure around identity. It's about discipline and how you take action for yourself. So Saturn here is helping you learn how to move with intention, not just impulse. Saturn is slowing Aries energy down just a wee bit on being so impulsively action orientated, and making sure that we're being realistic about the things that we are taking action on, so that it can build a foundation to serve us. And that is what Saturn in Aries is showing us in the chart. Uranus in Taurus. So this is a fun one to pay attention to, you guys, right now, because it is finishing up a cycle in Taurus. We are at 29 degrees Uranus in Taurus. It is about to make its transition into Gemini energy, another anaretic degree that is going on this week, finishing up something, finishing up some grounded, stable, sensory building work that it was doing in Taurus, awakening you to a lot of themes. It was themes of where things felt solid, right? Things that were evolving. Unexpected shifts in your stability could have been happening, changes in your values, changes in your security, very Taurus focused themes. With Uranus being here and finishing up, it's amplifying the energy here. So there could be a lot of strong shifts happening here to finish up any lessons that it was looking to teach you before Uranus transits into Gemini energy and now moves from earth into air. And there's going to be moving something that you learned there. Neptune, one of the signs that is currently residing in Aries energy. So with Neptune in Aries, this is all about dreams around identity. This is about new visions of the self. Neptune is awakening you to a vision that you have about yourself that you want to take action towards. It's an inspiration forming around who you're becoming when Neptune is sitting in Aries. And Neptune just entered Aries not too long ago, so it's at about 2 degrees, so it's really value focused right now. It's really trying to identify what dreams do you value and how do they relate to your identity that you're showcasing, and how can you take action towards these dreams. So it's a wonderful time to utilize the energy of your dreams and taking action towards them and creating a new version of yourself. Pluto. So now we have Pluto in Aquarius, and Pluto is going to be in Aquarius for a minute. It is a 20-year transit. So Pluto in Aquarius is all about deep transformation in the collective thinking, shifts in systems, community, and connection. And I don't know how many of you guys pay attention to like world news and whatever's going on. We all know Pluto is in Aquarius. There is a lot of changes when it comes to the systems and the community and the connections that we have. So this is a long-term evolution and how we relate to each other. So the best way you can utilize this, if you're not personally feeling it in your life, some people don't feel the energy of Pluto because it is such a far removed energy. I think I personally do, but you know, not everybody agrees, and that's fine. The best way to utilize that is to know that relating to each other now and understanding that everyone has a different perspective and point of view is the best thing that we can do. Allowing the space to be held for everyone to present whatever it is that they're trying to bring into reality, because Aquarian energy is all about revolution and bringing new energy into light. So Pluto is here transforming the way that we are creating this world. So just give grace and space to yourself and others during this time as Pluto is transiting Aquarius. When it comes to any aspects, there are a few aspects that we want to look at. So the moon is currently forming a square with Mars in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces. So just be mindful that there might be some conflict and tension between the actions, the discipline and the structure and the dreams that you're trying to set for yourself when it comes to how you emotionally feel to it. So allow yourself the space to really give yourself a chance to feel your feelings and maybe not be as impulsive about a feeling that comes up. Let it settle in and let it see what it's trying to teach you before you take action with that square coming. Remember, squares are here to give us a good lesson. It just might not always be the softest lesson. So that square is happening with 3 planets and the moon right now, but the moon will be transiting out of Capricorn at the end of the week Friday, and it will be moving into Aquarius energy as it transits into the last quarter before we finish out our cycle with our waning crescent and go into our new moon next week. The sun is currently squaring Jupiter. This is a little bit more of a longer lasting aspect that's happening. So just know that the actions, what you're trying to bring light to, might be getting a little bit of resistance and conflict when it comes to themes of your expansion and your growth. So just take your time, be mindful of the experiences that you're going through, and know that all of these experiences are here to serve you. I know that it might not feel like that in the moment, but the light of Aries energy is shining on your own action and how you view yourself and the expansion and nurturing that you're giving to yourself. So if you're feeling conflict between your actions and how you're emotionally taking care of yourself, just breathe, give yourself a little bit of space, and understand that there is a lesson also in this conflict. A little bit of tension, big gift. On the more flowy side of aspects, it looks like we're having a trine between Mercury and it looks like Jupiter here. So Mercury finishing up its energy in Pisces, and as it's moving through its last section of Pisces, is going to be interacting in a trine with Jupiter. So a lot of the thoughts that are coming to you about your dreams, pay attention to your dreams potentially right now. Pay attention to the illusions and the thoughts that are coming up for you, because there will be a wonderful flow of growth that this is trying to bring to your healing and your nurturing at this time. And it's really fun because our aspect of the moment in my mind is a aspect between our 29-degree Mars that is sextiling our 29-degree Uranus. So as both of these planets are about to transition out, they are creating something together, right? There's some type of awakening, and I want to say revolution, but there's an awakening and a call to new that is happening between how you take action towards your dreams right now. So pay attention to your actions and see what that is looking to tell you about your dreams, especially when it comes to your foundation, your stability, and your security in life, because of the fact that Uranus is in Taurus at 29 degrees and Mars is at Pisces 29 degrees. So that's a really fun one to pay attention to when it comes to our flowy sextile aspect. So some energy is supporting and some is pushing. There are other aspects that are going on. You can look at your chart and look into seeing what is really happening for you energetically this week. So this week may feel like movement and adjustment all at the same time, as we are getting ready to do some larger transitions soon into new signs for some of these planets, and some of these planets are passing through and having aspects with other planets, which are conversations, in my opinion, that are really gearing us up to being really self-focused and true to who we are in this life, in the fire horse season, so that we are really aligned with our true path. It's kind of shaking it up in that way. So the advice I have for you this week as your weather girl would be to reflect on what you've learned, apply what you've found out, what's been revealed to you, especially from that full moon that we just had in Libra. Reflect on what's happened this week and move with intention. Move with intention that's aligned to you. What energy are you feeling right now the most? So until next week, when we have a weather report next Wednesday, you guys stay with the stars, stay shining. If you need an umbrella, grab it. If not, enjoy the sun, enjoy the energy. This weather is here to grow your season. So I wish you nothing but a season of growth. This is your weather girl, Kyra, signing out.